Oh, Mary. Well, one final word on the medical profession, and I hope to leave it all alone. If doctors continue with their shenanigans, using a patient as a milk cow to milk the insurance company, sometimes dragging a patient's illness out longer instead of addressing it as a doctor should, sometimes with pretty serious consequences. Being more interested in practicing psychological conditioning techniques more than practicing medicine. Wanting to please their corporate executives over them more than practicing medicine. And so many other things that I prefer not to mention here. That as long as these kinds of things go on, the sooner the day will come when doctors will be replaced by technology. And it's on the way. I'm not making this up. It was a long time ago, maybe 15, 20 years ago, saw something on television and some corporate executives were talking about this, of doing away with medical profession altogether and replacing it with technology. And I heard one or two things on it, then I hadn't heard about it since. And there's even something of a small display about it at Disney World. From what I understand, somebody told me about it. I haven't been there myself. Medical scanning equipment, artificial intelligence, computers, digital communications, and robotics. There are quite a few people sitting in positions of power, economic power, who consider what they call a general practitioner obsolete, no longer necessary, which is a horrible thing. And most specialists, or many, at least many specialists as it stands today, are considered to be obsolete because scanning equipment and computers can do what they do. They consider the human element unnecessary. And that's just the way it is. So doctors who think they're getting something over on people and they're being very clever and filled with self-esteem and all this, they're really, career-wise, they're digging their own graves. They really are. They really are. A lot of it stems from the fear of malpractice suits. And I'm in agreement with them. I mean, 99% of the malpractice suits that are brought against doctors, I don't see how they ever even get into a courtroom. They're ridiculous. They're absurd. And I don't believe they should ever see the inside of a courtroom anyway. There needs to be some other type of arena in which those problems should be addressed. Most of them should not go before a judge and a jury. The only exception would be when there is strong evidence of actual criminal activity and criminal intent on the part of the doctor. And that would be the only reason for going before a judge and a jury. But there is a solution if doctors would go along with it. And that is push for legislation making it available that doctors may become civil servants. You cannot sue a civil servant. this would only work with very strong what's the word I'm looking for? Well, the government would have to take a hands-off approach to the whole thing. Trust the doctors to do what the doctor does best according to his or her abilities and knowledge, expertise, experience. Let it all come into play. And the government should not lay down guidelines about what you can and cannot, a doctor can and cannot do. That has to be completely removed from the picture. So, but the day is coming when the only people that will be able to have a doctor would be the very wealthy, like that show on television about the doctor who works for a wealthy person. That's the way it's going to be in the future. Only there won't be a hospital down there manned by doctors and nurses, maybe a few nurses, but it'll all be technology, every bit of it. And even then, probably only for those who work for a corporation. Probably. Okay. No more about medicine. That's it. Unless we're going to talk about alternative medicines, or what they call alternatives, but actually the real and true medicines, the traditional medicines of the shamans and so forth. That's it.